Hey guys, good evening everyone. Today is October 15th, 2020, and this is Miss JD. And in tonight's episode, we are going to talk about how the market performed today. And as always, I discuss here our stocks in the Philippine market, but I also discuss once in a while stocks from the US market. And I get the most trending ones and the ones that you have requested. So if this is the first time you are watching my video, I'm doing this every single day. This is Miss JD, by the way. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want a content that's something like this. Okay. In the meantime, just hang in there and let's go ahead and try to analyze how the market performed today. So here is, of course, we start our vlog with our index, our analysis of the index. So as you can see here, looks like we are now trying to accumulate at the much promising level, if I may say. We are now much higher than the MA20 line, and looks like we are already stabilizing around that range. So hopefully this is going to give us some good signs right over here, because this is already trying to create a support at the MA20 level. And we all know when the price crosses the MA20 area, that is starting to show some bullish sentiment, and MA20 can now act as your support, especially because it has been several days already where your price is just consolidating within the area. So let us see, we're not uh, totally out of the woods yet, because it's still considered like a 50-50 at this point. Over here, your resistance is in a decline while your support is already starting to show a higher low. So let us see if it'll sustain at this level. Hopefully, if we have price break out of this resistance level at this point, then you have a breakout now. Let's see how it looks like though in your individual stocks. So let's try to cover the stocks in that basket of our index. In the meantime, I'd like to prioritize the requests that you made. Sorry, I was not able to record yesterday and the day before. It's been a busy week for us. It's a QBR, a quarterly business review in our company. So it's a bit busy. So let me go ahead and check out the stocks. Well, I have MBT, GTCAP, GFC, ICT, and SECB. Then we'll go proceed with our stocks right over here. We'll adjust it, or we'll filter it according to highly traded stocks, or the highly traded stocks. All right. So wow, MBT still showing us some positive movements here. Pair it with the right volume, especially in today's performance. You got a good volume right over here. Although one thing to also take note of, if you are just trading this in the short term, you have a resistance nearby, and that is at the 42.84 level. The reason why I said that is because, okay, so when you screen to the left, try to locate the area where you see some consolidation, the nearest area where you are at the moment. So I see one here, slightly higher than the area where it is at right now. So that's 42.84 in the short term. That could be a resistance. We might experience something like this again, where you see difficulty breaking the area, and then what happened there, it dipped. But if you are to look at it, if you are entering this stock as a long-term investor, you have a lot of potential for this stock to really push the price higher. At one point, it reached the 75 area. So if it's up to you, if you want to wait for that breakout to happen, or if you want, you allow the stock to retrace for a while. That way, you get a good discount when you enter this stock. Okay, and the good area to monitor for a possible area of bounce in the event it struggles right here, that would be around the 39 level, or 39.74. And because of this one too, that's a resistance. Previous resistance can now become a support, right? So those are your key levels. Just monitor those. You may not be using the indicator that I am using, but based on this Bollinger Band, by the way, this is my indicator, a Bollinger Band. I also use RSI and the volume as my tools to analyze the performance of a stock. All right, so GTCAP, good thing last Monday or Friday. I think this was a Friday. When was 13th? Oh, it's a Tuesday this week. So what happened here is we had a good breakout of the MA20 line. So somehow this is already a start of probably a bullish move for this particular stock because previously we were only moving within this downtrend channel. Each time it reaches this level, there's a decline. You have established a lower high, and then one day it broke out of that, and today this stock gave everyone a chance because it dipped. People took profit. Probably they may have entered right here, so they took profit, and now it's revisiting. So I think one thing to really monitor tomorrow is if this stock gives us probably a green in this area and starts to push the price higher, then that's a good area to actually start entering. And what is the potential of this stock? A lot. The potential is so huge. You see that? It even reached as high as 1041, and today it's only moving within the 398 level. Okay, what is this? If there's insider buying that's happening, then that's a good one. Oh, this is an insider. So this is a purchase or an acquisition of 1,000 shares from the assistant corporate secretary. 1,000 shares. So that's a good sign. Probably they know that this stock is already undervalued. 17 days ago, there was also another transaction, another insider buy, 25,000 shares. So probably those are the facts that you can also consider. Probably these employees are already aware that the stock is already of a cheap level. So good stock to put in the watch list. Okay, as for JFC, GFC is already starting to recover at this point, as you can see. Green days, and wow, we already broke out of this near or the nearest resistance. There was a breakout, and it's trying to challenge this level and this level. This one, as you can see right here, and probably up to this level too. Okay, so very slow moving stock as of this period, but definitely I'm not saying this because I have some shares here, but we all know that the company is pretty much a very stable company in the country, and it is also expanding in the other regions of the world. And we all know that when they acquired some other companies, their cash flow was really put to a test. And at this point, let us see. Of course, restaurants have been badly hit with the pandemic, and that took a toll in their revenue. And now that slowly the economy of the country and the neighboring countries and the world are starting or is starting to open, we'll probably see some more recoveries in the coming days, not just for this stock but some other stocks as well. And as you can see, since mid September, we are already starting to show that progress. When it dipped, so it just it revisited your previous resistance, and then when it dipped, that was our first trigger. It created a higher low. So hopefully this now will create a higher high, and if it dips, it will just probably dip right at this point, 144, and then push the price higher. So if you believe in the fundamentals of the stock, go ahead. I think this is still a very healthy level for you to start accumulating if your main objective here is for investing. Okay. Today we also had some foreign buying, so that's a good sign. And we're not yet at the super overbought level. We're still below the 70 area, so I think that's still okay. So if you want, just wait for it to probably drop a little bit so that you could get a good discount. That's just very minimal discount though. Okay, next would be ICT. ICT still following the uptrend channel with some good volume over here. Let us see if it'll continue to move the price higher and higher in the coming days. See that? Okay. Let us see if it'll continue to respect this uptrend channel right here. And let us see. So this used to be your support, right? So if it pushes the price higher, probably the next area to check out would be the 126, and then after that would be the 135. Okay. So this one, and right over here. So those are the key areas. In the meantime, if you're still in it for trading, just be extra careful because, well, I have a different outlook here. Some are into momentum trading, but I like position trading. So for position traders, if you'll ask them, this is not an ideal area to buy because it's already a bit on the pricey side. Okay, so if you are already profitable, consider locking in some profit if you are trading this probably around the 126, because looking at how your RSI is now behaving, we might experience some correction anytime soon with this movement in our RSI. While the price is moving higher, your RSI is also starting to decline. So that means momentum is starting to die down a little bit. Okay, so just know when you can start locking in profit. Let's talk about SECB. As for SECB, okay, we are now still within the constricted Bollinger Band, and we have crossed partly the MA20 line, so part of the body, but then there's still a wick down below. So let us see if it will create some stabilization around the MA20 level, and if it does, that's a good sign because the next course of action there could be a continuous bullish movement. Okay, so maybe one more day. If you want to be sure, one more green day, but it starts to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. I already know what the next action will be. Yeah, so just use 92.71 as your support at the moment. Okay, let's check out now. Wow, now already now has overtaken our Dito. Always Dito was the number one in the past few days, but okay, for now we had a slight increase in the price, but it ended as a red today, so this could already mean some signs of weakness. People are taking profit, and you know, your RSI is also starting to give us some it's slowing down technically. See that while the price is moving higher, your RSI is also moving a little bit lower. Okay, so just see if you are already profitable, just consider taking profit. And that is if you're a trader. But if you're an investor, uh, I know this should not bother you, right? You have to face the behavior, the movement of the stock. You know that it just goes up and down. So just chill if you're a long-term investor, because your outlook is not just within weeks, not just within months. Your outlook should be years. So within how many years a stock could go up and down. Therefore, you have to embrace that. Otherwise, um, you'll be settling with just smaller profit. Okay, but traders settle with smaller profit because they have a lot of trades. They do a lot of trades that soon it will just pile up and have its own. The traders, they also have their own advantages, and being an investor also has its own perks. So your call. Sometimes I'm also guilty with this. I would always say, I want to be long term here, but when I reach a certain level of profit, I get so tempted, and that's something I need to correct as well. I I'm so tempted to take profit. So there you go. Just make sure you always remind yourself what your objective is, and in the event you're just trading this for short term to mid term, and maybe you have entered right here, just consider locking in some profit if you are happy with the profit, and probably buy some more when it dips. Okay, but overall, regardless of the brand, it's looking at it as a brand, be it now, be it Dito, be it Converge, um, telecom, telecommunication companies, and of course, internet service providers will be the rock stars of this period and in the coming years. Because I think um, with what happened right now, it opened a lot of opportunities, and probably a lot of businesses have realized that we can all be very productive and we can still continue our business even if some of our workforce are working at home, right? It would be a win-win for everyone. Um, Imagine the cost that they will be able to save if they don't have to rent that big of a space, because some of their employees are just working at home, right? So they can give it back to their employees. And yeah, so with that setup, we all need good telecommunication and a good internet service provider. And these are the providers of that. And that being said, of course, the future of these companies is really, really promising ahead of us. Okay, so there you have it. For Marymart, okay, Marymart, I think this is a good story for Marymart. You have, this is an official breakout. It broke out of that resistance. So you see, this used to be your resistance, and today we had a green candlestick, and we also came from a constricted Bollinger Band. So I think we have some promising days ahead. Let's use 32.26 as our support. So if you want to add more volume, probably you have already entered in the stock. If you want to add more volume, and if the market gives you a chance very near that previous resistance, that's when you probably add more, because your previous resistance can now become your support. Next is Dito. Oh, Dito. What could this be? So we had a lower high, but when it dipped, it created a higher low. So maybe we still have a an ascending, it's like ascending triangle there. Whoops. Mm-hmm. There. So that's your triangle. Let us see if it'll break out of this level or it breaks down. Oh, my 5 peso is already, it won't. I don't, because my MA20 is already higher than the 5 peso level. So let us see. No pressure. I'll just wait for the perfect opportunity. Because personally, I already feel that this is for traders. I think this is still the effect of some profit taking. Maybe it will, if it drops, I think it'll just drop within the 5.46 now. I don't think my 5 peso level will already be hit. Because for those people who may have not watched my previous video, I said I'll just put a good till cancel order for the 5 peso area. And the MA20 has already um, gone gone up, and it's much higher than the 5 peso level. So I am not I'm not expecting for it to drop at the 5 peso area anytime soon. Probably if it drops 5.46 there. Okay, we talked about MBT. Let's talk about BPI. BPI starting to show some recovery with 15 million foreign buying that happened today. Okay, it broke out of this short-term resistance right over here, but there's one over here. See that? So from a 65.82 and now 67.73, there's a big possibility that we will continue to push the price higher. It's just starting to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, as you can see there. So maybe, just a big maybe, there will be some bullish movements in the coming days. And let's just wait for those right signals. The potential of this stock could be, at the 100 level, which is around 50%, 40%. So if the market gives you a chance around 65.82, that's a much better entry point. But overall, I see the price moving higher in the coming days. Okay, so I think that is it for this first part. Hopefully, I can record another one. I don't want to make it too long so that you get to hear your stocks a lot faster. Okay, I'll just dissect these episodes into bite size so that it won't be too boring. Okay. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe, hit the like, and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. And bye bye for now.